You know, I'm asked probably 10, 15 times every couple hours, do I trade Devon Achane? Do I go acquire Achane? Do I pick him up off waivers? Of course you do. But the real question here that everybody's trying to dig at is, can he be a league winner? Should he be traded away? Should he be traded for? Everybody knows you got to go get him at this point. You know, you probably already had your waiver process go through. There's no way, unless you play in a grandma league, he's still available. But let's dig into whether, of course, these numbers aren't sustainable, but can he be a sustainable running back one, or at least a high-end running back two? The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Show.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday,
8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks, ladies and gentlemen, and live at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Now, this is a non-scheduled just little release, not even a premiere. This is just a video upload here, talking about Devon Achane, who could be absolutely a league winner. And I know a lot of people, their initial reaction is going to be, Smitty, he had freaking 200 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 2 receiving touchdowns, 30 yards. This guy had over 230 total yards and 4 touchdowns in week number 3. And the main takeaway for most people that are going to be negative Noahs on this is, Smitty, he can't keep doing that every week. We know that, Bob. We know that. No one's saying Devon Achane's going to go out, and that's how you say his name. He corrected the record, and I went and made sure I watched the footage or watched the release of it. It's not even Devon. It's Devon Achane. He wanted everybody to correct both ways to pronounce both his first and last name. So we're going to do it because the guy's an absolute monster. What he wants, he gets. What he wants, he gets. Just so you know, these are the buy lows for week number 4. We're going to talk about that at 8 p.m. Make sure you join me at 8 p.m. for more buy low talk for week number 4. But back to Devon Achane. I know, Bob, I'm not an idiot, Bob. I'm not an idiot. Not a total idiot, at least. I know he can't score 4 touchdowns and accumulate 230-plus yards a game. But here's the thing. What offense in the NFL right now, regardless of what we kind of thought in the preseason, the concerns we had, not saying there aren't still concussion concerns with Tua, good God. And I'm praying that he stays healthy because there's so many fantasy football players tied to this, and I'm also praying because I want the man to stay healthy for his health first and foremost. I never wish injury upon anybody. I'm praying that this guy does not go down with another concussion. There are so many players tied to this offense. This guy, this Miami Mike offense, Mike McDaniel is an absolute savant in terms of play calling and offensive scheming and creating a track and field event every time this team hits the field. This is a track and field team. It's all speed. It's Mostert. It's Achane. It's Waddle, Tyreek Hill. This is a track and field team. And this guy is potentially the quickest player out there. Now, Tyreek Hill's probably faster, quicker in terms of long speed. You know, once they're moving around on the field, like running a route, obviously, cutting, route running, that kind of quickness. Of course, he's not going to beat out Tyreek Hill in creating separation on a route run. But off the line, Achane's probably the fastest running back in the National Football League. Off the line, he's a Tesla. If you're sitting there at a light, you got a Mustang over here souped up. This guy thinks he's going to beat the Tesla off the line. I don't think so. You don't know anything about Teslas. Tesla's off the line. This Tesla is going to go from 0 to 60 in a snap. And Achane is unstoppable, uncontainable. So here's the question. Smitty, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, not going to happen every week. That is the guy that didn't get him and missed out on him, and so he's pessimistic Peter about it. Oh, well, if I didn't get him, then that makes me look like I missed the boat. Rather than miss the boat, let me just be negative toward it and hope it doesn't work out so that I can at least justify my earlier actions of not going and getting him, because then I validate that maybe I wasn't so off base. It was just luck. It was just a lucky, won't happen again, flash in the pan, 1 week wonder. That is psychology. Your boy studies psychology for a reason. And I love bringing psych to fantasy football and to this environment. And I'm telling you right this very second that anybody super pessimistic about Achane, and don't let those opinions influence you, even if it's a content creator, the super pessimistic opinions about Achane are coming from people that didn't get him. And I bet you almost anything, almost every single one of those people, if you cut him right now, would race to the waiver wire to pick him up. And what would be their excuse? I would love to just be a fly on the wall and hear someone answer the question. Oh, Achane's going to be a flash in the pan. He got released. Okay, I'll pick him up. Why are you picking him up, Bob? Hey, Bob, why are you picking him up? Oh, because, you never know. You never know. Maybe he will be amazing. I promise you, if he was released, they would race out to get him. And they would love him all of a sudden. The negative Noahs on Achane are not current owners. If you own him, there's no way you're calling him a flash in the pan. And maybe, let's be honest and objective here, if you do own him, you are a little biased to be like, he's going to be the man. He's going to be the man. You're a little biased, but you're allowed to be. Because he just dropped one of the best fantasy football running back performances we've ever seen in fantasy football history. So you have a little bit of leeway here to come out and be a over-optimistic Oscar if you want. But think about what you're hearing and who you're hearing it from when you let the negative vibes creep in and have you maybe trade him away. Because the reason I'm doing this video is twofold. One, go get him and hold him. But number two, to try and stave off some of the knee-jerk trading some of you might do because you are influenced by what you're hearing. All it takes is one person to plant a seed in your mind of doubt that maybe he is a flash in the pan. Bob just said that. It's one man. 10 people said they love him. One guy said no, he's a flash in the pan. I don't know if he's gonna. Maybe I'll trade him. Maybe I'll trade him. Don't trade him. This video is designed and was made to talk you into holding or selling and getting the world. If you can't get the world, and I'm talking like Achane for Ridley, Achane for Olave, Achane for JT, and you give up maybe something a little bit, Achane for Kamara, and you give up something a little bit, I don't even know that I would trade him straight up for Gibbs. I'm not saying I don't love Gibbs. I don't want this to come out the wrong way. Gibbs is going to absolutely thrive. We don't need someone coming in later, Monday morning quarterback, and say, oh, Gibbs went off, Smitty. Guess you jumped ship. I didn't jump ship off Gibbs at all. At all. I love them both almost equally, but that's my point, is this guy should get you the world or you should ride the wave. Ride the wave. He's so explosive. And to address every one of you negative Noahs out there that are going to say 200 yards, Wilson's coming back. First of all, Wilson and Mostert, not taking anything away from either one of those guys, Wilson's not Mostert and Wilson is not Achane. So no matter what happens, Wilson will come in and look pedestrian. Mostert's explosive and quick. He was in San Francisco. Though Mostert and Achane have the ability to go just break off a long run and take any carry house at any moment. So there's a big difference between Wilson. Wilson doesn't concern me. Will he take some volume? Yes. But listen to yourself, you negative Noah, doubting Donnie. This offense is over potent. This offense is the most potent offense in the NFL. All he needs is 12, 13 carries a game. He doesn't need the 18. He doesn't need the 18 and 4 targets. He needs the 4 targets, 4 receptions, 3 receptions, 4 receptions, somewhere around that ballpark for about sometimes 70 yards, sometimes 25 yards. But 3 to 4 receptions and about 12 carries. And that's all he needs to get you 100 total yards and a real strong shot at a touchdown. That is low-end running back one material. I'm telling you right now, will he be a running back one? It's not guaranteed. Not guaranteed at all. But let me tell you one thing. Remember this if you don't remember a single thing I say past this. It's riskier to not be on board this train, this A-train, Achane, like that. It's riskier to not be aboard this Achane than it is to be against it. That's the bottom line. Is there risk on both sides? Absolutely. Is there risk holding him and not trading him away for a lesser deal than I just suggested? Like maybe somebody's offering you a pretty good deal, like DK. something like that, and you say Smitty said no. Is there risk that you're passing on a free DK and he goes back into the abyss and we don't ever see him again? There is risk. There is risk. Understand what I'm saying. But is there more risk on the side of you get rid of him for DK and he is a top 10 running back? Yes, there is more risk on that side of the fence. There's risk all around. But Achane has the ability to win you a league. Win you a league. If you can't say that about the incoming player or players that you're acquiring through a trade away of Achane, don't make the trade. Smitty disapproved. That is the only way I'm making this trade. Again, don't forget to come back for more week 4 buy lows later. That's the only way I'm making this trade. The only way I'm trading him away. And if I could trade for him at the value that I'm suggesting that is not league winning but good, I go get him because he's league winning. He's league winning. He could be not league losing because you're not giving up a league winning player to get him. You can do what you want. You can say flash in the pan. You can say the volume's not there. You can say three-headed monster dilutes everybody's workload. You can say whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel better about the missed opportunity that you had. Negative Noah that's trying to stir the pot and create doubt and plant seeds of doubt everywhere. My message is to the Achane owner right now. I am knighting you right now. Slapping you across the face so you remember your oath. Say and repeat after me. I will not sell low on Devon Achane. I will not go into the dark night with a mediocre swap because I'm a scared Scotty and I'm listening to a doubting Donnie plant a bunch of doubt seeds all over the place. I will hold strong and put man into lineup and win said league and said week. Achane to the freaking moon. If we're wrong, guess what? We move forward, we adjust and adapt. If we're right, we win a league.
To the moon.
Achane to the moon. See you all. I will see you all. This one here from Charles. Charles, appreciate that earlier $20 hauler. You are the man. I will see you all at 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget code Smitty on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy, where Underdog will match until October 4th. They'll match up to $500 on your first deposit. They'll double your first deposit up to $500 through October 4th. Very limited time. So get on over to Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. They have a new draft coming up. It's a resurrection, meaning you can revive your season. If you've got a bad team and a lot of bad stuff going on, guess what, Bob? You can get on over to Underdog Fantasy using my promo code Smitty, link in the description, and you can draft for I believe it's week 6 on. So the drafts will start now. They'll stay open until right before week 6. You can draft a new best ball draft that you take from week 6 through the end of the season, week 17. So it's not a week 6, week 6 or week 5 or week 8 contest. This is one where you're drafting without weeks 1 through 5 included. You know what you know now. You take the knowledge you have now into week number 6 on, and you draft a best ball team that you keep one and done. No waivers, no ad drops, no trades, no nothing. You need to draft strategically the best team you can to survive week 6 through 17. Optimal lineups get set for you. And what better way to take all the knowledge we've gained through 5 weeks by the time this locks in, and to do it now. Like some people say, I don't like drafting early. I don't like drafting early. I love drafting early because you get to take advantage of a lot of things that other people don't get to take advantage of. And so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to walk in this week and take advantage of things like JT, Camaro, whatever, that we know are going to thrive later and going to be more costly walking into that week 6 draft session. So drafting now has its advantages. Drafting later has its advantages for week 6 through 17. So Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Get ready to do a bunch of drafts. And don't forget, we're talking about more of this later. Appreciate you all. Now get out of here.